Hello, my name is Dominic Price here with my mission project for Mr.Stults' 4th grade class. The mission I chose was Mission San Gabriel Arcangel. Mission San Gabriel was founded on September 8, 1771 by Father Juipero Serra and 2 other missionaries founded it. Mission San Gabriel. The Mission San Gabriel is the 4th mission founded. The mission was named for Saint Gabriel, who was God's messenger. The mission is located 9 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. Mission San Gabriel was built like most Spanish missions. It was shaped like a quadrangle around the courtyard. So now let's go take a look inside. This is the chapel. This is where they would hold all their services and pray. As you can see, there's a lot of pews, stained glass windows, chandeliers, and paintings. Up front is the altar. A priest would stand at the pulpit. A pulpit is a raised platform where the priest would lead the worship. Their 100-year-old paintings hang of the saint and the angels. The colors for the paintings came from minerals and surrounding earth. There is also stair in the back which lead to the balcony. Next is the bell tower. There are 6 bells. They would use the bells by ringing them to tell whether it was time to eat, sleep, or pray. The bell wall is also called a campanero. It is the wall with 6 different sized bells, all over 100 years old. Well, what makes San Gabriel different from the other missions is their bell wall is located in the back of the church instead of the front entrance. The bells played an important role in the mission life. A day at the mission would start off with the bells ringing in the morning. Those bells ringing would be a signal to everyone to go to church. The men would go farming. The neophytes plowed, plant, and deduct to irrigate the fields. The boys at the missions would guard the fields from the livestock. Many of the women and girls worked at the menageries. After lunch, the bells would ring and it was fiesta time or rest time. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. after siesta time, the bell would ring and work resumed. At 8 p.m., the bells would ring and the mission people would go back to bed. At 9 p.m., the bells would ring for the men to go to bed. Now we come to the Padres quarter. This is where the boys and men would sleep. As you can see, there's candles on each of the beds so they can see and read books. Now let's head to the blacksmith room. The blacksmith room is what we use today. A forge, bellows, an anvil, which pounds the metal after it was heated. The blacksmiths made all kinds of things: plows, tools, nails, cattle brands, hinges. And as you can see, they have a little outside area. Now let's head to the kitchen. And here is where the magic happens. Just kidding, it's where all the meals were prepared. And here you can find fire pits and adobe ovens called hornets. Wooden doors covered the openings so heat would not escape. They would use long wooden paddles were used to heat up the bread in and out. The women did all the cooking though. The lavera, which means keeper of the keys, is the supervisor of the cooking. Women made all sorts of stuff for breakfast and dinner. Alto is a hot drink made of matcha, water, cinnamon, vanilla, and sometimes chocolate or fruit. Lunch was pozole, a meat stew with beans. Okay, now let's head to the granary. This is where the food storage area is. Here you can find wheat, corn, and other grains. This is where all the grown stuff on the mission land from seeds was here. They also also stored fruits, vegetables in here. They grew corn, wheat, barley, lettuces, figs, and olives, and a bunch of other stuff. San Gabriel had 2,333 fruit trees. Mission San Gabriel became famous from producing all this wine. We are now at the soldiers' quarter. Each soldier had a small bed or cot made of wooden frame with rawhide straw over its mattress. The cots were lined up in one room, so the soldiers had no privacy. Now let's head to the storage room, where they kept all their extra supplies like wood, clay, bricks, and other materials, like fence and wood, like I said earlier. Now, the soap and candles area. The candles and soap area is where they made, as you can tell, soap and candles. This mission had 4 large vats or boilers that were used in soap making. The vats were made of adobe bricks and lined with several inches of iron. Mission San Gabriel made so much soap that they could supply it with many of the other missions. They could use tallow, which is an important byproduct of the cattle and sheep on the mission, to make candles and soap. They would also use the soap candles as a trade item with the ships that regularly sailed along the coast of California. Now we are out in the courtyard. Here is the well. They would do a lot here. They would get water. A lot of their stuff took places out here. Due to the fact, because of adobe buildings, there were few windows and natural light. Mission San Gabriel was made of a couple things. The main item was called adobe. Adobe is a brick made of mud, straw, and crushed grass. Also, they learned how to make red Spanish roof tiles. They called the roof tiles tija. People who helped build the mission were artisans, or craftsmen. Stone masons, blacksmiths, and carpenters. Here is the women's sleeping quarters. The women's job at the mission were to weave, cook, make candles, and make soap. Now we come to the vineyards. San Gabriel was known for their fine winemaking, and the Indians at the missions that did the work of the tending of the vineyards and pruning the vines. Men, women, and children helped with the harvesting of the grapes. The grapes were crushed on wooden platforms or an area where the ground sloped. The crushing platform was covered with clean, well-curved hides. Indian men crushed the grapes by trampling on them with their feet. Here is the cemetery. The Spanish padres came to California, brought with them diseases previously unknown to California. Measles, chickenpox, and smallpox were not necessarily fatal to the Europeans who had developed immunity to these diseases. Sadly, that a lot of the natives died. Their average lifespan for them was about 20 years old. The Indian tribe that lived at Mission San Gabriel was the Tongva and Chumash tribe. The Tongva Indians lived near streams, rich soil. They lived near these places for food and water. The other tribe was the Chumash, and they had men working on harvesting plants and working with the animals. Women would weave clothes and baskets, and interesting but sad facts about nearly 6,000 Indians were buried at the Mission San Gabriel. Here is the only gate to Mission San Gabriel. There was only one so that the soldiers could protect it from attacks. Outside the mission, you'll see that there are crop, grains, fruits, and vegetables over there. Here, you'll also find their herds of animals. They took care of the food and clothing. Here are a few interesting facts about Mission San Gabriel Arcangel. San Gabriel was moved 3 miles to the northwest because of an earthquake. San Gabriel had the largest vineyard in Spanish California. Another fact is the door inside of the side of the church opened directly onto El Camino Real, or the Royal Road, which which connected to the missions, pueblos, and presidios too. San Gabriel was located to the 3 popular trails. Settlers, military, and travelers stayed at the mission often. Also, the bell tower collapsed and rebuilt as a campanile, or a bell wall on the end of the church alongside wall. I hope you enjoyed my presentation of Mission San Gabriel Archangel.